We've dropped into game 1 of this best of 5 winners bracket final between PTA and OHBOY.
Yay! Gameplay! Yeah, I got to put where the workshop's gameplay. We got to do the competitive casting now. You know that thing that we're all here for. Not great. Yay! Anyway, we got OHBOY in the green team. We got Penton.
Ugh, that's enough of that. Alright, OHBOY in the green team. Going to be running Kremlin for controller kill. Valner in a Beguine. Rooster for balance department in Yellow Ente. Please enough. Cabrov's going to sail him. Gearing for suffering Dilgo. Chaos Helmy in a daring Kleber for deunited and reunited. Meanwhile, over on the red team for PTA, we're going to be seeing an Ohio for Silverblade, Kerfest for Angelstone, Rooster for John the Ruthless, Point in a Salem, Minotaur for Kinnymod, Vile in a Gearing, Daring for Striver FX, Marcelo Pello in a Daring, and a Kleber for Lord Diamond, aka CEO of Dog. Alright, so we are indeed, once again, here on everybody's favourite map, Shatter, which is, you know, the Kerfest special. So let's go quickly take a look at some builds, deunited and reunited in their two Klebers. One of them's going to be running, are they both running the same build? Let's make life easier. They're not. They're running completely different builds, actually. One of them's running Fearless Brawler, one of them's running LPF, one of them's running one of them's running VFT, one of them's running Rotation Module, one of them's running... Yeah, they're two different builds. Although they're both running the same captain, right? Yeah, they're both running the same captain. Also, that's a superintendent on the Kleber, so you get an extra reload booster, an extra heal. Not heal, extra speed boost. Daring here, going to be running the Torpedo Flooding Chance. Other than that, standard basic build. Salem here, going to be running standard build. He's going to be running either one of the Doe brothers or Halsey. We have a Gearing here for suffering Dilgo, going to be running Superintendent RPF and the consumable slot thingamajiggy, and also the Torpedo Speed. He's going to be running Legendary Module and double torpedoes. Right, and then we've got Wooster behind that. You'll went there, going to be running the Legendary Module with this Blue Tracer guy, Ovechkin. Yeah. Improved survivability expert. We have Kremlin here running full tonk with Brisk and engine module. Then we got Wooster here again, running another legendary module. Beguine here, going to be running Brisk, Turret Traverse, Reload, Expert Loader, whatever the hell it's called. What they called it now? I can't remember what they called it now. They changed the name of it, and I still can't remember it. Alright, yeah, so let's have a look at the red builds. PA Vile, going to be running Swift and Silence on his Gearing. He's not going to be taking Superintendent. He's going to be taking Torpedo Speed. He's also not running Leg Mod. He's just running Standard Concealment. So he's not giving up that gunpowder. Daring here for Marcelo. Going to be running Incoming Fire Alert and otherwise standard build. Wooster for John the Ruthless. Going to be running Top Grade Gunner, Survivability Expert, Engine Module. Ohio or Silverblade. Going to be running Partial Secondary with no Concealment Expert. Salem, going to be running a standard build, but with RPF instead of some of the Tonkia build. No, wait, that's a Daring. Never mind, I'm an idiot. Anyway, yeah, Salem, standard build, Ovechkin. I'm not a smart man. The Angelstone, the Kerfest, partial secondary, no concealment. Rudder mod, and secondary is in slot 3, with reload in slot 6. Minotaur of Kinnymod, RPF, and mostly torpedo focus, I guess. Reload in the main slot, though. In slot 6. And then finally, the Kleber of Lord Diamond, going to be running RPF, BFT, aiming systems, and the special captain, Aubignon. Right, let's take a look at the deployments. So, over at the A cap, we see 2 Klebers for the green team, followed by a Beguine. B cap, we have Daring, Wooster, Salem, and Kremlin. And then C cap, we have Gearing, Wooster. I've also lost a battleship somewhere. Oh, it's the Beguine, never mind. Meanwhile, for the red team of PTA, we have Gearing, Daring, Wooster at the A cap, Ohio, Salem, Daring at the B cap, along with the Kerfest as well, and then Minotaur Kleber over at the C cap. Radar comes out from the Wooster north of B. We'll be finding both the Daring and the Salem. The Kremlin of Control Kill going to be looking for a salvo into... Is he going for the Daring? He's going for the Daring. Chooses not... Well, the Salem's behind an island. Striver takes a little chunk there. He does have a heal. He will get most of that back. Well, all of that back, pretty much. And more. Kerfest of Angelstone going to have to make a hard turn to starboard because he's getting farmed by the balance department. That lack of concealment expert kind of going to be a little pain in the ass for him. I think his intention was, I'm going to be hydro locked permanently at this island anyway, so I don't really need the concealment expert. He's dark now because of the island blocking him, so he expects to be like having a hydro trade over here. The Salem here of Wargaming Please Nerf Khabarovsk, however, is currently under fire from Silverblade's Ohio, Point Salem, and the Daring of Striver as well. And he's also got a wall of torpedoes coming in. He is running Hydra on his Salem, and he's going to dodge all of those torpedoes. We're just going to quickly check what the Point Salem's running. Point Salem is running a radar instead of a Hydro. Chaos Helmy and the Daring going to be reversing back, looking for some. Actually, yeah, Wargaming Please Nerf Khabarovsk take a chunk from the Ohio there. They're going to be reversing back into the B cap. He is in radar range, and that's a dead Salem. We love overmatch. Right, first blood at 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Congratulations. You know, looking back over at the A cap, we do see that the Kleber for D United got completely caught out by a Worcester and is now on 500 health. Still spotted. Goes down to the Daring. Marcello Pop picking up that one. So now we just have stuff happening in the middle. Daring smokescreen comes out from Shriver, will be smoking up both himself and Point, and they're going to start farming on the Kremlin. The Worcester does not have his radar back for another while, 20 seconds, so they're going to get a bit of free farming. Kremlin is spotted right now by the Kurfürst, who apparently is running it. Oh, that's the Mayatov of Kinnymod. Kinnymod finds the Worcester in the smokescreen and just angles himself nicely to not be doing much damage to AP. You also have the improved acceleration on the Minotaur, so you can dodge quite well. Kleber of Lord Diamond opening up on that as well, and Yolowente got kind of suffering. Also, Salva coming in from Angelstone. That's going to force the Worcester out of the smokescreen as well, and then the Kleber can respot potentially. Kinnymod does take a little bit of damage for that, but it's definitely worth it. The farming has returned upon the Kremlin now that the smokescreen has expired. The Daring and Striver is going to be doing all of the spotting, and then the farming will commence from the Salem behind the island. Ohio Silverblade there for any sort of protection if the Worcester wants to try and do something clever. Back over here, the Kleber reunited finds Marcelo Paolo's Daring, and he's now caught bow in front of the Worcester of John the Ruthless, the Gearing of Vile, and Marcelo Paolo's Daring. Worcester going to be opening up onto the Going. Is that an IFHE Worcester? Just double check. I don't think it was. It was not an IFHE Worcester. So he's not going to just pen the Going everywhere, but he is going to be able to farm them quite heavily. Marcelo getting chunked a little bit though. He does drop a bunch of tops towards the Kleber, but he's going to get away with that. But the Worcester of Balance Department will definitely be able to pick up this kill on the Daring. Daring goes down. That brings it to 1 kill to 2. Still in favour of PTA though. And plus the Yolowente over here on the Worcester is definitely suffering for it. There's 100,000 health difference already. All 3 caps currently in favour of PTA, but the A cap is about to be taken by the Kleber Reunited and the Balance Department Worcester. And now that they've got themselves in here, he has the potential to get some sort of radar going. Like, there's 2... So he's rotated position. He was originally here, he's now down here. Now he has farming position on the Kurfürst of Angelstone, but Angelstone can just, push now. I mean, Controller kill in the Kremlin is already suffering, so I think he's hovering around here to try and get that kill. Kinnymod and the Minotaur gets himself spotted in the open, and there's a couple of salvos coming in from the Kremlin, but it doesn't land much. Kleber and Worcester both opening up onto the Worcester of Yolowente. Gearing going to be there in a position to spot, but he's not there in a position to smoke. Are you disconnected? I think the Gearing's disconnected. That would explain why the Worcester's being forced out into the middle of nowhere. Because the Gearing does have a smokescreen ready, which the Worcester I'm pretty sure would love right now, but unfortunately suffering Nilgo over here is just not moving. Yolowente does get dark. He's healing. He's got 3,000 health left. He's just going to have to run. He's going to have to run. Now, the question is, do Kinnymod and Lord Diamond discover that the Gearing is disconnected? Probably not. Up, reunited in the Kleber, got caught. Worcester, radar, takes him down. That's a 3 ships to 1, potentially 4 ships to 1, because this is pretty much, this Gearing is not moving. Diamond and the Kleber is just going to open up on the Kremlin. because why not at this point? What's going to stop you? There's a gearing that you don't know where it went. Because he's disconnected about, 8 kilometers from you. Controller kill and the Kremlin going to go down. Kremlin of Angels... the Kerfist of Angelstone going to take that with the secondaries. Wooster kills the other Wooster of Balance Department in the background, and this is all gone. Horribly pear-shaped. Looks like Silverblade rounded the corner, got a big salvo into him, and then the Wooster got the finisher. So now we have the Burgoyne of Valneris, like trying to make something happen, but there's not much to make happen anymore. Gearing of Suffering Dilgo is caught in a Minotaur radar, just sitting there perfectly stationary, still disconnected clearly. Oh, he's moving now. Daring goes down in the background. It's all gone a bit Pete Tong, hasn't it? Wooster desperately trying to come back to get smoked up by his gearing, but it doesn't look like it's happening. There we go. Wooster goes down, gearing goes down, and that's a clean 7 kills to 1 for Penta in game 1 of the series. Yeah, Dilgo did disconnect around that. Kind of makes that flank really hard to play when you're down a player, and that player being the gearing means that the Wooster was also basically left dead in the water as well. It's like that entire flank collapsed, but most of the damage was done on the other side of the map anyway. Like, even with the Wooster alive, sorry, the Wooster gearing combination doing stuff, I don't think that map was going to be convertible. Anyway, map 2 is going to be Sea of Fortune, and the players are going to flip spawn, so let's all get that set up for now. What are the ship bans for this series? I'm assuming Des Moines was one of them, right? That's why we saw so many Woosters and Minotaurs in that. I've been pinged. Alright, let's get set up. Alright. So, switch teams. Team A is the winner of that one now. So, blah, blah, blah. PTA 1-0. Okay. Map 2 is Sea of Fortune. So, next map, Sea of Fortune. Apply. Let's just take a look at Sea of Fortune. it's like Hennings's like, oh yeah, I'm like, yeah, like, oh, I'm busy today. So yeah, I can't come co-cast with you, but I am gonna sit in your Twitch chat all day. Yeah, yeah. Do 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 do. Apparently Marcelo also disconnected during that. Yay, German internet. Oh, my mother's calling me. Hello? Hello? Alright, I'm currently busy right now, so can you lose back in a couple of hours? I'm like busy, very busy right now. Alright, bye. I've returned. You didn't miss much. Yes. Alright, waiting on everybody writing out for game number 2. Oh look, everybody's ready for game number 2. Panther ready, OHBOY ready. We're going. Right, game number 2. Right, game number 2. Here on Sea of Fortune. Green team for this game going to be Penta, and they're going to be running on Ohio for Silverblade, Angelstone, and Burgoyne. Oh, Private Bodcock. Kenny Mod and Worcester. Stalingrad for El Snackman. Stalingrad for any little. First Stalingrads I think we've seen all bloody tournament. They are like slot limited with the Moskva. John the Ruthless and the Henry IV. Vile for Violent Gearing. Daring for Striver. Daring for Marcelo Pello. Then we have for OHBOY Valenas in the Kremlin. Conqueror for Controller Kill. Wagon please enough. Cabrosk in his ow. You know, because that's the thing. Worcester for Balance Department, Yellowente in Salem, Shimakaze for Gerardo, Chaos in Haragumo, Daring for Reunited, Kleber for D-United. Right, so let's go look at some of these builds, because some of them are a little bit weird. Right, what we got here? Stalingrad, NALO, you know, full tonk. Full tonk? Not full tonk. Tonk doesn't happen. You don't get Tonk. Don't do Tonk anymore. Tonk doesn't have Stalingrad. You can't get fire prevention on your cruiser anymore. Anyway, propulsion module. We have survivability expert. improved by Ovechkin, plus turret traverse improved by accident. Top grade gunner. Daring here, Marcelo going to be IFA. Henry 4 of John the Ruthless going to be running both outnumbered and top grade gunner and dropping concealment mod. He's going full lighthouse build. Full lighthouse build Henry. I like this. Legendary module and reload module. They then have Silverblade in the Ohio, going to be running Brisk, turret traverse. I think that's either Halsey or one of the Doe brothers. Doesn't really matter which. They're the same stats. Burgoyne for Angel Stone, going to be running Brisk and turret traverse, and then mostly tank afterwards. Also going to be running prop mod. We have the Stalingrad for Snackman, going to be running pretty much the same build as the other Stalingrad. Worcester of Kinney mod, going to be running reload mod plus Fearless Brawler. Top grade gunner plus survivability expert improved by Ovechkin. Gearing improved Ovechkin. Superintendent, Swift and Silence, legendary module. Some of the builds for the red team, we have Haragumo going to be running. No, sorry, that's Simakazi. Swift and Silence, RPF, Torpedoes, legendary module. Zhao going to be running legendary module. Outnumbered. Survivability expert improved by that Japanese Suzuki. Burgoyne going to be running Brisk. Reload. Alright, that's enough of the builds, because apparently we have some action going on. Let's have a look at the deployment and where this action is breaking out. So deployment, red team, Haragumo, Kleber, Rooster, Kremlin over the A-Cap. B-Cap is Daring, Salem, who are currently radaring the enemy Daring, and, not much damage. Conqueror, Zhao, Shimakaze all over at C. That's a disgusting kiting force. Meanwhile, over at A for the green team, we have Henry 4 as a solo kiting force. Then B-Cap, we have Daring, Stalingrad, Ohio, and Daring at C, along with Gearing, Worcester, Burgoyne, Stalingrad over the 910 line. But yeah, despite this radar reveal Luente coming out early, not much is happening. And John the Ruthless is going to be a very painful thing to push into for anybody who wants to go up there. Like, a Lighthouse Henry is, like, a lot of damage to face. Gearing smokescreen coming down for the Worcester over here. Kenny Mod diving into it. You should be able to get a lot of farm down onto the Shimakaze's out combination. Well, actually, no, because that's going to be a real pain in the dick to spot. Vile does have the legendary module, so he should be able to pretty much match spotting with the Shimmer. The Shimmer is now caught in the radar, so they know exactly where he is. That's Stalingrad radar. Worcester and Stalingrad both going to be opening up. Vile and the Gearing going to be trying to gain as much ground as possible here, trying to chase down the Shimmer. I don't think he's going to be opening up himself. There is a Zhao waiting to slap him. Kinemod's radar will not be following up because that is actually the Shimmer is out of range. However, they will be focusing out on this Zhao and forcing him further back. They have rotated NLO Stalingrad around the island to push forward a bit. Gain a little bit of ground there. Not going to be on this side, in fact going to be here. And then you have nice clean shots on this Zhao if he gets too close. Or there, you just shoot the Zhao from there. Shimmer getting spotted. The Gearing does open up on him this time. He also has the Worcester, Stalingrad, and Burgoyne behind him, all going to be looking for it. There's a big hit from the Burgoyne by the look of it. Shimmer's forced to use a smoke screen. Speaking of smoke screens, there's a wall of torpedoes heading into Kinemod's smoke screen, but he's already angled, and I think he's already passed them. Nah, he's going to turn inside this one. So Gearing takes a little bit of damage, but the Shimmer takes a lot of damage, and the Shimmer dropped a smoke there. Honestly, I'm not sure if the Worcester wants to try. If Worcester of Kinemod wants to try and make a jump to this smoke screen, it's possible. There's not really that much threat denying you. It's just a Conqueror. You can't bounce that. Well, you can bounce it if it shoots AP. If it shoots HE, it's still going to hurt, but you're still going to get in the smoke screen. In fact, the Conqueror is much more focused on farming out the Stalingrad of El Snackman right now. Zhao suffering, because, it's a Zhao. And they are designed to suffer, down to 16,000 HP. John the Ruthless in his Henry 4, being forced back by the Worcester Haragumo combination. Going to be a lot of shells coming out from the Worcester, but it's a Henry. It's quite difficult to hit. It does go very fast. John does have a damage control available. He is currently burning as an engine boost. Just going to kite and draw ships away. Like, he's basically distracting 2 ships for the price of 1. He doesn't really care about the fact that A is being taken. B being contested from a weird angle here by the Kleberev D United. Meanwhile, Zhao, Shimmer, Gearing. Looks like Shriver got caught there trying to drop a smokescreen for the Stalingrad to push. Ow, he got very caught. Kremlin nails him. Okay, that's a dead Shriver. I'm not sure if they were trying to get the Stalingrad to make the crossing here or something. But it looks... Maybe he got caught by the radar. I think he got caught by the radar of Yolowente and then just ate a fire. Damage control went badly or something. I'm not entirely sure what happened there from get so caught. John being forced further and further back into the corner of the map. Zhao being forced further and further back into the corner of the map. Vile in the gearing going to be able to relay a smoke screen for the Worcester very shortly. In fact, he's dropping it right now. There's a smoke screen for the Worcester. The Worcester does not have his Hydro up, but it doesn't look like he's taking any of these torpedoes. Big shot in from the Conqueror right now, but as we said, you know, the Worcester can just bounce most of it. The Conqueror does overmatch the bow, but that wasn't the issue. Gearing going to drop the smoke screen right up against this island, so there's no way for the Shimmer and Zhao to be able to spot him, and now he's just going to be able to freeform on this Conqueror, or if the Zhao or the Shimmer get respotted, switch over to them. Stalingrad drops the radar, will be picking up Reunited in the Daring with not much else. That should give him the indication that it's free for the Burgoyne to make a play through the middle if he wants to. Maybe do something about that Salem, do something about that Daring. Reunited did take a bit of a hit. He doesn't have any heals left, so he's been taking a bit of a battering. Meanwhile, John, literally in the corner of the map. Back over to this corner of the map. Zhao suffering. Once again, the Zhao is suffering. Rooster in the smoke screen, just raining down shells upon him. Burgoyne and Stalingrad trying to join in as much as they possibly can as well. Vile just going for the super deep spots, and the Shimakazi's not really in a position to deny it because the Worcester is right here ready to smoke. To radar should he come too close. I mean, sure, you'll get one salvo out from the Conqueror on the gearing, but it's not going to be enough to kill him, I don't think. Especially not if you're just, like, whittling the Zhao health down. Bunch of torpedoes being dropped towards the smoke screen of the Worcester. Looks like Gearing did get spotted very briefly, and the Shimmer might have got spotted. Yeah, the Shimmer and the Gearing spotted each other very briefly there, and salvos came out on both sides. Nobody really hits anything, though. And now we just have the Zhao stuck on the border, suffering at the hands of Kinnymod farming. Looks like the Burgoyne of Angelstone did indeed try to make the play through the sea cap, and actually just got caught hard by the Kremlin on the way out. Also the Conqueror salvo coming in as well. Damacon is running right now. Gets docked, but lost all of his health. Worcester kills the Zhao on the map border. Finally goes down. That's going to mean that the Worcester Gearing can start reforming the Conqueror now. Looks like the Gearing was actually trying to smoke up the... the Shimmer was actually trying to smoke up the Zhao, but he didn't quite get there. Now the Gearing's trying to run down that smoke screen. He's like actually trying to chase down the Shimakazi on the other side of it. Stalingrad of El Snackman looks like he wants to be trying to make some sort of move forward right now as well. Or he's just going to chill out here. Looking for shots on the Conqueror. But actually just sending them into an invisible eye. No, they actually got out. Okay. Magical disappearing shells. Burgoyne salvo towards the Salem. Doesn't do much. Silverblade in the Ohio is now going to be getting focused down by Kleber, Worcester, Haragumo. After John, like in the Henry, has finally been forced to come to finally getting forced away from the corner of the map. But he's burned through several Haragumo smokes to do this. I don't think this Haragumo has many left. Oh, yeah, it's 2 more. I know Lil and Stalin guy gonna be trying to blind fire the smoke screen. There's a Worcester in it. If you find him, it hurts. You didn't find him. Gearing going to be respotted over here in front of the Conqueror. It doesn't quite get the return spots on the Shimakazi, but the Conqueror salvo comes out. Doesn't do much. Kinney Mod's still trying to farm out the rest of the Conqueror. Stalingrad of El Sniper going to be joining in. The Conqueror has a damage control ready. He's currently burning through his heal. 11 seconds left on it. Damacon goes out. Shima doesn't have a smoke from it either, so, but, it's Conqueror. It heals. Gonna get himself back up to the majority of his hit point pool. Silverblade, on the other hand, doesn't have that luxury, and he's suffering a lot more at the hands of a Wooster, especially with the Kleber joining in as well. So perma-spotting from the Haragumo, Kleber and Wooster in the smoke screen, just going to be farming, well, Kleber using the island instead of the smoke screen, but you get the idea. Henry trying to blind fire in that smoke screen to try and get some damage. Silverblade is definitely suffering. Silverblade has a damage control ready in 6 seconds and a heal ready about the same time, so he should be able to survive this, get away with it. Points-wise, though, red team very heavily in control. They are 80 points up, they hold 2 caps, they win in 3 minutes. Green needs something to happen. They lost a lot of health when they tried to make something happen with Burgoyne, but they actually kept the ship alive, which is the most important thing. They didn't lose too many points, and now he can return to be a threat again. The push with the Gearing and Wooster is trying to make something happen on the Conqueror. In fact, it might actually make something happen on the Conqueror as well, but he's got a heal ready in 10 seconds. If one of these torpedoes connects, there's an issue. If he doesn't get a torpedo, then the Conqueror should just be able to super heal. So let's have a look. I think he's dodged in between all the torpedoes, unless he's undodged. He might have overturned here. Heal comes out, 20 seconds remaining. Dodges the second torpedo. But yeah, he's not having fun, I can tell you that much. Shimakaze coming over across to try and lay a smoke screen down. Conqueror damage control is up in 1 second. So you'll be able to pop that as well. Burgoyne salvo coming out towards Reunited? No, the Burgoyne salvo is actually coming out towards the Conqueror. They are focusing everything on this Conqueror, trying to get that kill. The Conqueror only has 1 more heal remaining in 60 seconds. Alright, here we go. The Gearing gets respotted. The Conqueror has an AP loaded, so he doesn't get the full effect of what he wants. And now the Shimmer gets caught in front of the Gearing as well. Shimmer having to turn hard out to try not to die. Vile is still spotted in the Gearing because he's in bloom range of this Daring. The Conqueror is still spotted by the Gearing because he's shot. Conqueror doesn't have a heal for 30 seconds, down to 2,000 health. Gets dark behind it, but there's still a load of shells coming in from the Wooster. Conqueror takes a fire, goes down. And that means that the Shimakaze just has to run. So, points-wise, it's still technically in favour of OHBOY, just. NA Lull in the Stalingrad made a play to get into the B cap to stem the points lead, but there was a bunch of Kleber torpedoes on the way, and now the Kleber's opening up with the main battery really boosted up with the AP on his broadside. That could potentially be a kill. The damage control is already being used. Stalingrad now in the open in front of the Daring as well, though. Daring going to be opening up. Salem going to be in brawling range, getting the radar out on the Daring. Stalingrad goes down. They might be able to pick up this kill at the Daring too, but going to come around the corner afterwards. Henry Salvo's coming out towards the Salem. Everything's coming in on the Salem right now. Daring gets picked up? Yeah, Daring gets picked up. We saw that. Wait, no, there's a different Daring. That was Marcello's Daring. I'm not sure where Marcello's Daring was. Oh, that was that one. That was that one right there. Alright, Salem versus Burgoyne. What's going to go on here? Angelstone comes around the corner. AP into the bow of the Burgoyne. Going to get a decent salvo out. Another salvo comes out as well. It looks like he's not going to be able to get the ram off or the drive-by. Kleber with the kill there. And that's going to be 1-1. OHBOY pulling a game back in this series. That was actually a decent game. Apart from, a lot of, corner of the map gameplay. Everything else after that was, very tactical. I enjoyed that. Alright, 1-1. Ah! I've just accidentally joined Stream Voice on the fucking classic Discord. I'm not a smart man. It's the best of 3 scene. I want to be on the best of 5 scene. Because this is, in fact, a best of 5. And the next map is going to be Crashstone Alpha. Let me go check who's on the Northern Spawn for this game. Northern Spawn for Crashstone Alpha is going to be PTA, so I have to switch everything around. 1 second. Switch teams. Team A, Team B, go. There we are. And go back into the training room pins while you remember. My soul hurts. Ugh. Spoilers, spoilers, spoilers. Plug your ears, plug your ears. AND versus Milky. Game 1 went to AND. About all the score reporting that we've got so far. I think that the games are still in progress. Where's my telephone? There it is. Right, yes. Alright, players are readying up. PTA appear to have 9 out of 9 ready. And oh boy, I'm missing a guy and only have 3 people ready. 2 people ready. 3 people ready. Yeah. I'm getting pinged. Damn. All these 5-minute breaks. Or sit here and try to figure out what my brain cell's supposed to be doing. Alright, last guy's getting it shaved now. Holy fuck. Wording. Alright, everybody appears to be ready. Oh boy, already. Penta already. Let's go. Game number 3 of this best 5 series. Winners bracket final. Woo! Winners bracket final, which isn't actually the grand final, because the grand final will be tomorrow, along with a third place game, I think. Wait, there's no third place game, is there? I don't know. No, you get third place. I suppose there is a third place game, technically, because the losers bracket final will be the third place game, and then there'll be the grand final, which is after this one, which is actually the winners bracket final. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. Let's get into the game. Right, so green team in this game are going to be Oh Boy, and they're going to be running Ohio, Conqueror, Worcester, Stalingrad, Haragumo, Gearing, Daring, Clever. Meanwhile, in the green team, the red team, Penta are going to be running Ohio, Conqueror, Worcester, Stalingrad, Haragumo, Gearing, Daring. I am going blind. Wow, it's impressive. Difficulty seeing the screen, which is normal for me, but still. Alright, builds. Let's go for looking builds. Alright, who do we want to look at? So let's have a look at you. Gearing, Leg Mod, Superintendent, RPF, Daring, IFA, Stalingrad, Range Mod, Burgoyne. Wait, that's Conqueror, not Burgoyne. Furious Conqueror, no fire prevention. That's a build, I suppose. Ohio for controller kill, gonna be running mostly Tonk with Brisk. Worcester. Still running Leg Mod. This was also still running Leg Mod. Gearing, Superintendent, Leg Mod, Daring, standard stuff. Alright, back over here. Daring, standard stuff. Gearing, Superintendent, Leg Mod, plus Swift and Silence. Worcester behind that, going to be running Survivability Expert, Ovechkin, Reload Mod. Stalingrad, standard buildish. Conqueror behind that, going to be running full Tonk. Ohio, full Tonk Brisk. Haragumo, Leg Mod, AFT, RPF. Worcester, Survivability Expert, Ovechkin. Daring, standard build IFA. Right, there we go. So the initial deployments to go with these builds. So over to the A side, we have like everything. So we have Kleber, Stalingrad, Ohio, Haragumo, Worcester. B cap we have a Lonely Daring, and then C cap we have Conqueror, Worcester, Gearing. And that'll be Oh Boy's deployment. Meanwhile, Penta's deployment. Over the A cap, Daring, Haragumo, Ohio, Worcester. B cap going to be a Lonely Daring. C cap going to be Worcester, Gearing, Stalingrad, and a Conqueror. So it looks like the Stalingrad is going to be making his way over here, anchoring down here, or here, and just having radar control over this. But there is going to be a Conqueror to follow him, so that's kind of going to suck for him. Alright, radar comes out from this Stalingrad. We'll be picking up that Daring. That Daring's going to smoke, start opening up on him. It will also be just not quite picking up this Daring. Oh, it picks up this Daring as well, so that Clever might decide he wants to open up on this as well. But yeah, Striver forced out with a cap and his Daring. Radar going to go down. Looks like the Clever did not open up on that Daring. Striver takes a little bit of chip damage, but it's not the end of the world. Reunited actually got a little bit of chip damage on him in return. There's also a battleship salvo coming in. Oh wait, no, that's not going for him. That's going for the Conqueror. I did a fair chunk though. Another Conqueror, another battleship salvo in return on a Silverblade. Not doing so much. So Clever of D United got early into the cap. He's not running Leg Mod though, so he should be able to like get outspotted very heavily by this Daring if the Daring wants to get back in there. 8 points left on the clock before the Daring has to get in there, and he's just about going to get in there, I think. 3, 2, 1. Doesn't get in there. He does spot D United on the way out, but he's taking the cap, so that means, you know, it's, well, Daring now has to retake it. Silverblade takes a bit of a chunk there as well. Alright. Radar's back and forth. Two Worcester's going to be radaring each other. Torpedo is heading towards both of them. Well, actually, just this one. that one kind of was already past them. Yellow Entity taking the worst side of that trade, apparently. And Alolan and Stalingrad is able to push up to here. They might actually make the jump all the way up to here. I don't know if he can do that just yet. Conqueror is in a position to get him on a broadside if he wants to make the jump, but we'll see if he goes for it. Farming has begun. Worcester onto Stalingrad. Kleber going to be opening up onto the Daring of Lord Diamond, who gets caught by Worcester Radar with the Haraguma smokescreen. D United taking a bit of exit damage. Worcester Radar finally expiring. Going to get a bit more damage on a Lord Diamond on the way out as well. Back over here, Stalingrad Radar comes out and they are indeed making this jump. So this jump here means that they got to completely own the entirety of C-Cap. There's going to be no re-entry possible for OHBOY. You still got the gearing of Vile in front of him to do any sort of spotting. You'll be able to spotting on this Worcester, and then Stalingrad might get a dirty shot on him. Let's see. He's got Stalingrad and Conqueror both looking for salvos towards this Worcester. Anything, perhaps? Well, Kinnymod is in his Worcester as well. He's looking for shots too. Alright, there comes the Stalingrad shot. Catches him on the back half. Doesn't really get much. Conqueror salvo, again, not going to do very much. Worcester just being Worcester, I guess. Radars are going off over at A as well. Not quite catching each other yet. John the Ruthless is just going to sit there and be farming this Stalingrad again now that they've reacquired vision on him. Darings just trading torpedoes across the middle of the B-cap towards each other. Neither of them really has support, but neither of them really knows that the other one hasn't got support, so they're just trying to, like, not die. Speaking of not dying, there's a wall of torpedoes on him. He's a Daring. He does have, like, yeah, he's perfectly stern. They know exactly where each other, just RPFing each other, so he knows where to position his stern. You just need to not time you just need to, like, wait between torpedo salvos before you decide to turn broadside to get your own off. Torpedoes towards the diamond, expire. Quickly having a look at the situation right now, we see, not much is happening. 18 points in it, and slowly ticking. So, this Stalingrad over here looks like he's trying to reposition. They might be trying to get the Stalingrad over to these islands here, so they then have radar control over B. Like now, so basically the idea is you win your cap as rapidly as possible, and then rotate off it so you can get control over the B cap. And it looks like Penta have managed this much faster. They've managed to get full control over their heavy cap at C, and they're now pushing towards B cap. Meanwhile, at A, they're kind of still locked down. OHBOY have their Stalingrad in a position here, but they're not actually able to dislodge this Daring, Haraguma, and Worcester. They're holding it. They're not being contested, but they're not able to rotate onto B. Lovely smoke screen here from Vile's gearing and the Worcester that will allow them to get a nice little radar position for the Worcester to force out this Kleber and Daring, meaning that this Daring of Striver can then take the cap and then they can start points ticking in their favour as long as Striver doesn't take any torpedoes here. As long as Striver doesn't take any torpedoes here. Which he doesn't, so he's good. But also, the Stalingrad is now double Worstered. Like, double Worstered. He's got one Worcester at the front, one Worcester at the back, and now you have to make a decision. Do I go forward to get more focused by that one, or do I go backwards? Or you go forwards. You go forwards because there's a Conqueror looking for you. Yes, you go forwards now, and you try not to get farmed. So you should be able to break The Worcester shouldn't be able to lob this anymore, so it's just going to be him sitting at this rock. However, this Worcester is still able to lob him, and they don't really have anything far enough deep to spot him. Like, if this Haragumo was further over here, they might have had vision. Worcester is just out of the radar range. They're sending their own Worcester of Balance Department to this position. Not sure if I'm a fan of that. I think I would have rather had the Haragumo smoke up the Worcester break line of sight here, but, you know, we have the benefit of God vision. We know exactly what's going on. Worcester kills Worcester. Kinemod killing Yellowente. Where was that? It was up here? Kinemod. Yeah, it was that Worcester up there. They must have caught him in the smoke screen there and caught him on the way out. We're going to please enough. Kabrov's down to 100 HP, getting farmed out. He goes down. Presses the radar button right as he dies. Doesn't actually find anything though. Worcester Balance Department pops his radar. Will be picking up the daring of Lord Diamond just, but he's behind a rock. And now there's like a load of shells coming in towards him. They saw that smoke screen being laid. Balance Department is about to dive into the smoke screen. Doesn't quite realize that he's already radared when he gets in there. That radar's up for another 35 seconds, so he's going to be suffering here. Chaos Kill and Haragumo are going to be opening up too. Going to try and like have a DPM race against the Daring. No, they've decided all focus fire should be on the Woosters. And apparently if you sail full broadside to a Wooster in your own Wooster, you can get citadeled and it hurts. And now he's like actually missed the smoke. Which means that he's spotted in front of Silverblade, even without the radar. And they've lost radar connection on John the Ruthless, so they're not going to be able to get anything on him. Gets back behind the smoke screen, but it's, you know, there's a lot of damage and didn't really get much for it. They also lost the Stalingrad anyway, so... Two ship lead, 2 cap lead, currently in favor... Well, 2 caps to 1, currently in favor of Penta. Stalingrad radar comes out, doesn't pick up anything. Understandable. Is he even spotted? No? No, he's not even spotted. Okay. Daring on daring violence down here. Both of them running into each other, except one of them has the support of an Ohio. And the other one's sailing into Daring, Worcester, Haragumo. Yeah, I don't want to be where Reunited is right now. It looks painful. Striver pops his smoke screen. There's nothing to spot him here because they have lost this Stalingrad, so there's no longer radar coverage for that Daring. Blind Fire coming into the smoke screen. Reunited probably going to go down here. He doesn't have a Damacon, he doesn't have a heal, so he's probably, yeah, he goes down there. Blind Fire from Striver. We see the Ohio just being forced further and further back here, giving up all this ground. And with the Worcester and Haragumo low over here, they're also having to give up ground, which is meaning that they're going to be able to take the 3rd cap, and then it's all just going to go wrong. Long range shot from Silverblade towards Controller Kill, going to go for the superstructure, going to get like 1,000 damage. Kinemod and the Worcester going to be raining down the shells as well. He's got some torpedoes on his broadside, but they're all hydroed, so he should be able to just get past them, right? Yeah, he's already going full speed past them. This is just going to be Controller Kill getting farmed out, and that'll probably be the game when that goes down. I don't see anything else converting anything. There's a bit of there's an attempt to get some damage out of Angel Stone, but Blind Fire into smoke screen looking for Kinemod, not going to find him. All 3 caps now ticking in favor of PTA. 90 seconds left on the... No, 60 seconds left on the clock, sorry. But they might be looking to finish it faster than that. Because the Worcester of Balance Department looks like he's in a lot of trouble right now. Haragumo and Worcester both opening up on him. Takes him down. That brings us down to 40 seconds on the clock. Big slap on Angel Stone and a big hit on a Kinemod. But not going to be... neither of them going to be like too threatened. Now, Controller Kill just at the back here. Being forced further and further away. Final salvo comes out from Silverblade. Going to be trying to get him. Does not quite get him. No Damacon available. He has got a heal available soon. No, he shoots into the water. He's not getting the heal off. And that'll be the game. Haragumo going down for the final kill. So that'll be 2-1 to PTA. Moving on to our 4th game after this. Right, so this is a best of 5. We're currently 2-1. Next map gonna be Land of Fire, which you did see earlier, aren't you? Holy fuck. Wow, wording, harding, yes, yes. I'm gonna go check the spoiler log, so if you planning on looking at some of the other games, don't listen. Spoilers, spoilers, spoilers. A&D versus Milky, game 2 went to Milky, which is 1-1 in that series. Meanwhile, for the other series, I have absolutely no idea what's going on with Paden Shaft. I see nothing in score reporting. Like, nothing at all. So, that could go either way. That's a series I want to watch as well, so. Unfortunately, I don't really have the time. I have to go help somebody move. Right. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. Right, yes, okay, so game number 4, Land of Fire. It's like a land that's on fire and stuff. I think they would have called it Sea of Fire, but that might confuse people. Because what would happen if, like, a boat tried to sail through fire? Fire is made of plasma, so, like, I don't know. That seems like a really bad idea. I don't know if you can sail through plasma. I assume it's not dense enough to hold up an entire ship. That would be an assumption, though. You know what happens when you make assumptions. Anyway. Oh, apparently Penta suck at... According to Quagsire of the Pond, Penta suck at Sea of Fortune. Which is why Oh Boy won a game. Right, so... Land of Fire. We saw some Penta gameplay on this earlier. There was, like, stuff happening. Henry IV running down the 10 line and stuff. But this time, Oh Boy are going to be on the northern spawn, Penta are going to be in the southern spawn. Which makes my life easier, which means I don't actually have to swap the overlays around for this game. Yay! However, I have to do it next game, if we go to a next game. So, yeah. I'm going to turn my bedroom light on. 1 second. It's dark. At some point, it will stop getting dark at like 5 o'clock. Alright, 8 out of 9 ready for Oh Boy. 9 out of 9. No, 8 out of 9 ready for Penta as well. I would love to just like talk and fill and all that kind of stuff right now, but I feel if I continue talking too much, I'm going to lose my voice. And we still have an entire game to go. We still have an entire series to do after this one, and 2 more series tomorrow. So that's a whole thing. All right. Anyway, game number 3, 4, game number 4. Kicking off here, Land of Fire, winners bracket finals, WoWs Classic season 5? Question mark? 4? Question mark? I don't even know. Let's go. Right, Land of Fire. Green team for this game are going to be Oh Boy, and they're going to be running Kremlin, Conqueror, Salem, Stalingrad, Minotaur, Henry IV, Daring, Kleber. Meanwhile, in the red team for Penta, they're going to be running Ohio, Burgoyne, Stalingrad, Minotaur, Shimakaze, Haragumo, and a Daring. You can hear my voice. Like, I've lost the treble. It's now all bass. That's how fucked my voice is getting. Love tournaments. Love tournaments. Alright, builds. Let's have a look. What are you running, Minotaur? You are running Radar, and you are running relatively standard build. Kleber going to be running BFT, Fearless, Daring, standard torpedo flooding chance. This Daring, IFA, Stalingrad, improved survivability expert, Ovechkin, Conqueror, that build with Brisk, Kremlin, Brisk, Tonk. Henry IV, going to be running a relatively standard build, no lighthouse shenanigans here, and I think that's about it for them, right? Alright, meanwhile, Penta, what we got? We got Shimakaze, Marcelo, Shift and Silence, RPF, Leg Mod, we have the Haragumo, Vile. Wait, what? That's a Swift and Silence AFT. Swift and Silence AFT Haragumo. Huh. Okay, that's new. Minotaur of Point, going to be running double flood, torpedo speed and torpedo flood chance. Radar Minotaur. We have the Burgoyne of Angelstone, going to be running Brisk and mostly Tonk. Stalingrad, relatively standard. Daring, Lord Diamond, RPF, IFA. Stalingrad of Snackman, improved viability expert range mod. Minotaur of Kinney mod, going to be running standard-ish. No torpedo focus. Different build on the 2 Minotaurs, interesting. And Ohio Silverblade, we saw him before. He's got Brisk, Adrenaline Rush, you know, that kind of good stuff. And slot 6 dispersion mode, yeah, that's what you want to run. Right, deployments: A cap, Kleber, Fast, Bush, and there's a Henry IV and Salem. B cap, Kremlin, Minotaur, Daring. C cap, Conqueror, Stalingrad, Daring. That's the green team deployment for Oh Boy. Red team, PTA, A cap, Shimakaze, Haragumo, Minotaur, Burgoyne. That's a very deep Shima spot to get that early spot on the Kleber. B cap, Stalingrad pushed up to this island. Very, very aggressive position. C cap, Stalingrad, Daring, Minotaur, Ohio. I really like this Stalingrad position. It's going to take a lot of, like, this is why we got the Shimakaze so deep here. Because he's denying the rare spotting on the Stalingrad. They also got the early spots on the Kleber, which is a miracle unto itself. The cap has been blocked. Vile gets his Haragumo into the cap because he brought Swift and Silence, so he gets there just that little bit faster. And there's going to be a Minotaur right behind him. So they're going to go around this corner. They're going to discover the Kleber and be like, oh, hi. There's a fight breaking out now. And then there's a Minotaur behind him. Long-range Kremlin salvos coming in. Kremlin, of course, known for its poor long-range dispersion. And landing Ashel, maybe. Harugumo reverses back into the smoke screen. He's not going to be threatened too much. He does have the radar of point up behind him. Torpedoes, however, could be an issue. Vile going to have to hit one on the stern there. And that's a clever top. Those hurt. Just, Vile's very low health now. Shimakaze of Marcello Pello, however, is at the top and able to spot the clever on the way out. Oh, that's still in the radar, actually. But now that he's out, he's still on fire. Marcello's there to spot him. Actually, that might be Vile spotting him. Either way. Henry now spotted as well. Beguine of Angelstone takes a wee chunk from the Kremlin. Interesting little Stalingrad crisscross here, by the way. Stalingrad came out through that gap, and now you have both Stalingrads here. If that Minotaur ever decides to leave that island, he has to be very careful. Two Stalingrads are not something you want to be messing with when you're in a Minotaur. Reunited here in the Daring, getting caught in a radar from the Minotaur of Kinnymod, and has the Daring opening up on him. He's actually taking quite a lot of damage here. And even if he gets out of that radar, he still has to worry about the tiny little remainder from Snackman's radar there. He's like actually going to catch him as well. Gets out of that radar. Gets away. Doesn't have a damage control, so if the Daring manages to catch him with a fire here, or that long-range snipe from the Beguine, or the Stalingrad, sorry, the Stalingrad caught him, he's still on fire, and he's going to burn out, right? Yep, Stalingrad fire from Enelul. Why do you think there's a Beguine over there? Oh, there is a Beguine over there. He's just all the way up here now. Salem of Yellowente is going to be making a dive towards the sea, towards the A-cap, sorry, and he's got a load of torpedoes to worry about here. He's going to take one question mark? No, he dodges around it. He is going to be radaring Marcello Pello's Shimakaze, but I don't know if he's going to be able to get any shots out on him. Yeah, look, it took him that long to get his turrets traversed, and now he has to worry about, you know, long-range Ohio salvos. Long-range Ohio salvos, which have slightly whiffed, but yeah. Beguine of Angelstone also going to be raining down shells upon his face, and then there's going to be this lovely cross-torp here from Vile, Harugumo, and the Shimakaze of Marcello Pello. With that being a radar Salem, he doesn't know about any of this, but he slowed down to dodge the Ohio top. Still takes one from the Harugumo. Harugumo Vile going to be dropping his smoke screen. He's like, I'm going to get this finisher off. He does pop the heal. Salem going to be burning through that super heal as much as possible. No fire, no damage control available. It takes a fire immediately from the Harugumo. That's going to be painful. There's also still shells coming in from any little in the Stalingrad, and also the Shimakaze even opened up there, as well as, I think, the Beguine looking for shots. So that's just going to be Vile. Should be able to pick up the finishing blow here on the Salem. There's going to be no way to get rid of that fire, and there he goes. And that's going to allow for... Well, it's not going to allow for anything. The Kleber and Henry are still going to have issues getting up to this Minotaur. Point going to be dropping a radar, going to realize, no, there's actually nothing here. Except now there is something here. He's going to pick up D United, and then Vile's going to open up on that as well. Well, at B, looks like the Beguine is going to be getting... the Beguine's en route to the side of this island here. He does have, like, Balance Department's Minotaur raining down a few shells into him, but he's alright for now. Yeah, D United taking a couple of chips here and there from the Minotaur's radar. Staying in the radar, actually. Salvo comes out from Beguine at the Angelstone. It's a clever. They can stop on and die. Where it comes out from El Snackman will be picking up the Minotaur of Balance Department. But I don't think anyone has shots for him. Well, Angelstone might. Any Lul might decide to round the corner and go for it. Snackman himself might decide to go forward and go for the shots on the Minotaur. But, no, doesn't look like anyone's interested. Kinnymod takes a big hit from Controller Kills Conqueror. That I think he just didn't know was there. Or if he did know. No, he probably knew it was there. I think Kinnymod's running RPF, right? Yeah, he is. He didn't know it was there. Looks like D United and the Kleber got caught again by the Shimakaze spotting, and I think, yeah, Beguine and Shimakaze both opening up on the Kleber. This might be a kill for the... No, Beguine's going to get it. No, doesn't quite get it. This might be a kill for the Shimakaze. Gunboat Shimakaze. Shimakaze getting the kill on the Kleber. Haragumo just sitting here, perma-spotting this Henry. He's got a lovely wall of torpedoes in on him as well. However, they all going to be all hydroed right now. Looks like the Henry's going to try and dodge by reversing into the gap. And I don't know if he's fast enough. Honestly, it's a Henry. Like, you can accelerate quickly. Well, he gets in the gap perfectly. He's still got next wave to go through. He's going to continue reversing to try and dodge the second one. Doesn't quite catch that one. Alright. Minotaur point. Are we trying to farm out this Kremlin? I'm not sure what's going to happen with this Burgoyne and Kremlin here. The Burgoyne is currently positioned in a way that if the Kremlin tries to make a push, then he has to worry a lot. Meanwhile, the Burgoyne can also get shots onto this Stalingrad. However, the Minotaur here is able to lob this gap. Minotaur radar comes out. We'll be picking up the daring. This is going to hurt. That's going to hurt a lot. Ow, ouch. Yes, that hurt. Ouch. Ouch. Just sit right. I think that's a GG go next moment right there. That might have been a GG go next moment. Just continue sitting broadside to the Minotaur. Doesn't want to go for the turn. Alright, let's have a look what's happening with the Burgoyne and the Kremlin. Angel Stone sees it and shoots at the Minotaur instead. Okay. Oh! Alright, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. Fair enough, fair enough. I think this is definitely a GG go next. Oh! Angel Stone with a double strike. And that'll be 3-1 to Pentner. There is no GG go next. That's GG series is over. Congratulations to Pentner. They have won the winners bracket. They will be playing tomorrow against the winner of the other... The winner of OHBOY versus the winner of the other two games. Let's go figure out what's going on. I'm not entirely sure what's going on right now. We have stuff to do. Alright, I'm going to go look see what my game is meant to be. Okay, so... Looks like AND versus Shaft is the game that's happening now.